Welcome back to Scooter Gang, guys. Today we have the cheapest scooter of the year for me that I've reviewed. This is the $599 Ausom L1. It's super cheap. Does that mean it sucks? Let's find out. So let's go over all the components on this scooter and see if it's really worth the money. This has an 800 watt motor with a 20 amp controller, so it peaks at 1100 watts. The battery is a 48 volt, 15 amp hour, and the tires are 10 by 2.75. And what I like about this scooter is it's basically a miniature Ausom F1 Max. If you know that scooter, aka the Makata 10 Plus. It rides very similar to that, but it's a single motor version with a lot less power. And so to me, I don't want to call this a kid scooter, but this is definitely a very good scooter to buy for your teenager. And it's also a decent scooter for adults, as I'll demonstrate, test out the range, and see about what we can get on this 15 amp hour battery. I'm gonna guesstimate we get about 15 miles, 28 miles per hour top speed. It's pretty much gonna beat everything else on the market for this price when you compare it to like a 9-bot or anything like that. Real coil suspension here. You're not gonna find that on your 9-bot. Most of the time you get cheap suspension. This actually has a legit C-type suspension like you see on a lot of high-end scooters. There's also an L2 Max if you don't like single motor. They make a dual motor version of this scooter too. A little bit more money, but then you have a lot more climbing power. Dual disc brakes, which you're not gonna find a lot for $600. That really makes the stopping power excellent on the scooter. The modulation's good, along with the electronic braking. It is all very smooth and easy to use. The scooter is not fast. It won't give you adrenaline like some other scooters that I ride, but it will get you from point A to point B, and it's very well made. And for 600 bucks, that's about like the best you can ask for. You're never gonna get something with crazy long range or high speed, but you should get something well made still for that price point. I see a lot of people spending money on just random Amazon brands. Even 600 bucks on a scooter from Amazon, you're gonna get a really subpar warranty, and the scooter's gonna break down pretty quickly. This, I guarantee it will last you a year, 2 or 3 if you take good care of it. It has a good warranty, and it's from a name brand company that's been making scooters for over a decade now. I stand behind this company. This is the 5th, I think, Ausom I've reviewed, and every single one has been very good. Easy to recommend. If you're in the market for a cheap entry-level scooter, or maybe you're looking for one for your kid for this Christmas, this is a great scooter. Really quick, let me mention why it's good for kids. This comes with a stem that can slide up and down. So when your kid is younger, obviously they need it lower. As they grow up a little bit, as teenagers do, raise it up. And that gives you a scooter that they can use for a few years and grow into. Let's go ride the L1, guys. I will admit this is the slowest scooter I've got all year, cheapest scooter all year, but that doesn't make it a bad scooter at all. And especially for you lighter folks out there, it's still pretty quick acceleration. This is not like your average 9-bot, it's a lot better. It's nice having stuff like urban hybrid tires like this that take in the grass if you need to. Suspension is pretty darn good on this. Honestly, best suspension probably for a $600 scooter you'll find. Corners well, rides well. We're gonna see if we can make all the way downtown on this thing. This will be a decent test for this scooter. This only has a 15 amp hour range, so we are gonna be going a lot slower than on a hyper scooter, but should still be relatively efficient. And I would hope we can get 10 to 15 miles out of this scooter. We'll see. Here we go. Bit of an uphill, topping out at 16. This is not a high torque scooter, but it can take a hill and you won't have to kick. And for $599, a lot of times you're getting a scooter that's pretty weak. Do a brake test here. Braking's pretty strong. You do have mechanical disc brakes on this front and rear, so you're a lot better off than most scooters in this price range. Here, go downhill test. Let's see how quick we can get it downhill. We're already at 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Very nice. Does get right up to 28 on flats too. No issue with the stated top speed. I think it's realistic. Plenty good cornering on this thing. It's a good spot. Let's test out sport mode. See how fast sport mode is. That's one mode down. Looks like it locks in right at 20. Eco mode, yep, kicks in right at 12. Let's do a little sidewalk ride. It's a bike path, don't hate me in the comments. We're allowed to ride on the sidewalk here too. I know a lot of big cities that's not allowed, but here in Iowa, we're allowed to ride basically anywhere on a scooter like this. You can take it on the street, on the sidewalk, on the bike path. Cruise is great. Watch out for this one. These people are turning in. You're definitely in their blind spot. You gotta always be looking both ways. Make sure you never pull out in front of this. People turning in are the most dangerous thing. They'll take out a scooter and won't even phase them. And just a side note, if you do ever get hit by somebody like that, make sure you get their license plate. Like right away, whip out your phone, take your video, get going with the license plate, get their evidence. Because if they injure you or they break your scooter and you're in the right, then you got to get their info, and so you can talk to an accident attorney and get compensated for it. At least here in America, that's how it works. I don't know about you guys in the other countries, if you like think about it that way when you get in a wreck, to instantly like try and sue the other person if it's their fault. Just try and pop this curb. Let's see what it's got over a curb here. Oh yeah, plenty of clearance and good suspension for curb hopping. The guy on the Harley is looking at me funny because I'm wearing more gear than this scooter's even worth, for sure. Like I'm wearing like $1,000 and worth of safety gear on a $500 scooter. It probably looks ridiculous, but I don't really care how it looks, guys. Every time I'm out on a scooter anymore, ooh, I see a scooter guy down there. Let's see if we can catch him. Every time I'm out on a scooter anymore, I'm wearing my gear. And unless I'm going like 1 mile to Aldi's to grab some stuff, I'm wearing my full gear. I do got to make one quick shout out to Landon. He came through from Des Moines, about 2 hours away, and he was getting his Q-Current scooter worked on. I think we did brakes and tires, I forget even. But I let him try out this scooter because it's just like his. Basically the same format, same company, just with the finger throttle instead of a thumb throttle. And I let him try it because he said he was all about wheelies, and I don't know how to wheelie, so I want to see it. So of course, and his dad was there. He was cool about it. Nice to meet you, Landon, and ride safe, bro. Thanks for the cool clip. All right, we almost made it downtown here. It says 4.9 miles on the dash, 50.5 volts right now. Make a pass on this scooter. Coming up behind you, on your left. Thank you.
Thanks for warning me, man.
Huh?
Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, of course. Have a good one. Yeah, I always tell everybody we pass on left. It's actually written into our city ordinance. If you guys know that, you're supposed to alert people on the left. Good bunny hops on this thing, because that front end is so light without a motor in it. It's like super light. You could bunny hop anything, and I think that's part of what makes it so easy for these kids like Landon to wheelie this scooter. Now I don't want to like say this is a stunt wheelie scooter for kids, but it kind of is when you think about it. It's really like small, and you look at the foot space on the deck. I've got relatively small feet. These are size 9 shoes. If you have like a size 12 foot, I don't even know if you could actually ride this scooter, to be honest with you. Your feet would be all cramped because there's not that much space. But for these kids, man, this is like perfect. Obviously it could still pull an adult around. I'm out here riding it, but I do feel like this thing is more geared towards like a teenager. If I had this when I was 14, I would have been the perfect thing. I wouldn't need a car right away. All right, let's go over here to the big hill and test this thing. Welcome to Iowa. How huge that lip is, that would destroy you. All right, let's put it in race mode and let's go race mode. It kind of cracks me up that it's called race mode, even on a scooter like this, because it ain't a racing scooter, but you call it race mode. It's funny. But here, let's go try. This is the hill right here that all the students will recognize this if you watch the video. Here by the IMU. Crappy hill. Looks like we got a headwind even today too. We'll take the bike lane and let's see how long this takes us to get up the hill and how much it slows us down here, really. Here we go, 10. I bet if we got a running start, it would have been a lot better, but that's okay. At least we're not kicking. 10, 9. This is the biggest hill in town that everybody hates, so if it can make it up this, it's money for $500. Yeah, we made it downtown. Let's go. All these other scooter people now are probably looking at me like look like ridiculous wearing so much. See if this guy's gonna use the shortcut here and go around. Wait for this. Look at that shit.
They ain't know that I could snap like this. They ain't know that. Like this. They ain't know that I could snap like this.
Does this mean Iowa actually doesn't suck this year? Y'all heard these here even? You don't need a fast scooter to be the fastest thing in this town. Any scooter's fast. People still caught in a traffic jam back there. We just scoot on by 10 miles an hour. Scooter life is just so much better. You never have to deal with the stress of traffic or any of that BS. Oh, now we're in the real road. The scooter can handle the road, but it's one of those things where you need to stay on the right, and if somebody comes up faster behind you, you got to get over because you are not a motor vehicle. You got to yield to everybody else. But it is one of those things where you can do this, whoop, and just go around it like it never happened. Just be careful because now there's like a ton of other scooter guys also doing the same thing. On the left. On the left. We're just testing the scooter today like we are a student. So let's take the route up here to the dorms, see if it's got the power and the control to make it up the little loop-de-loop. It's always the real test when you're around pedestrians, if it's in control and if you can not look like a complete fool trying to control yourself in tight corners.
Yes.
On the left. Cruise is right up, no problem. We're already down to like about half battery now, give or take. Let's see how many miles we're at. 7.9 miles on the ride today. On the left. There's like a million students getting out the bus up here. Let's take a right. This is a super steep hill. Might die. Let's see if we can get it. See if the scooter will make it. Oh! Almost at the kick here, but it still makes it. You give it a little slalom there. Hopefully this is one of our last hills here. We don't have a whole lot extra to give on this scooter, but hey, still ain't had to kick once. Been on the biggest, baddest hills around here. Whoa. That girl's fast, man. Came out of nowhere. Oh yeah, we still got it. Cruise is real nice. Downhill, no throttle, nothing required. You just coasting, all coast. What the f? There's a truck. All right, we just hit 10 miles on the dash. Sitting at 48. Whoa, another guy on the thing. We're going right into a strong headwind now. We're still keeping 21 miles an hour on the dash. Getting real slow at the end of the battery. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this for you guys at all here. We are Starting to feel a little lower on power, and we're at less than 50% of the battery, but we're still keeping 19 miles an hour right now into a little headwind, so I think we're doing all right, doing just fine. My 200 pounds, you gotta realize, if you put a kid on this, they're gonna get double the range. There we go, back through the woods. Scooter cruises perfectly around these corners and hills and stuff. Really just a quality, perfect riding scooter. Coming up on the left. Beautiful day out here in the woods. Gotta go, boy. Even you give it a second kick, didn't really do anything, didn't help at all. I should have just stepped on it. Still plenty of power. Even on almost dead battery, you still make it across the street, no doubt about it. Still cruising 25 right now. I'm scared to go any faster with these leaves. All right, we're almost back now. We got 13.3 miles on the dash and 46 volts remaining. So we're down to around, I think, 30%. They fixed the auto timer thing on this, so where it doesn't turn off on you at a light like that real quick. I know I've had a few of these Ausoms where that's an issue on it, but I think they're finally listening to that feedback and changing things so that it doesn't have such a fast parking mode. It's a good dead battery, top speed run. Still hitting 27. Our battery's flashing. We're definitely close to the end. 44 volts right now. Still hitting 28. Let's go. That's a good scooter. You can still hit top speed even at the end of the battery. What a crazy $600 scooter, man. Scooters have come so far where this is amazing. This is so much better than a 9-bot. Down to 44 volts under load. Let's see what this thing slows down to now on the big boy hill. Let's kick this scooter in the butt here. I doubt it's gonna make it up the hill, but we'll try. Even with the running start, I have a feeling we're gonna get stopped in our tracks right now. Let's see. Can the 800 watt motor handle on a dead battery the big hill? Oh yeah, here we go. 20, 16, we even got a little headwind going. 13, 11, 10, 9, 10. Seems to be sustaining. It's not gonna die. It actually makes it up the biggest hill. Success. I call this scooter a win, guys. 100% a win. If you're a parent out there and you buy this for your kid for Christmas, they are gonna absolutely love it. And it's something that they can grow into a little bit. Total, let's see what we got on range here. We're at 14.7 miles. So safe to call it a 15-mile scooter with me on it. But I'm 200 pounds, so if you're a lot lighter, you'll get more. So not bad, 15 miles for 600 bucks. That's nuts. Makes it up the biggest hill in town on a dead battery. That's crazy. We literally have 44 volts right now.